everyone, my name is Swati Tripathi and this is my first ever video related to how to prepare for the campus placements. And let me really tell you that on campus placements are far different from the off campus placements. Here a lot of things come into play whenever you are appearing for any company. So you really need to prepare yourself for all those conditions that will come in your way. And who am I to tell you all this? Here are my reasons. I am the TPR of the training and placement team from my university, and I got placed in the first ever company I appeared for. I have experience of the company environment. How does it affect you whenever you are preparing for an interview or any sort of placement? I was simultaneously preparing for multiple fields, for GATE, for VLSI domain, and here I am going into the marketing or supply chain domain. So this is how you have to prepare yourself for all the domains that will come into your day whenever you are getting placed or whenever you are appearing for any sort of company. This video is not really for the people who are preparing for coding companies, but it might help them. So basically this is really related to GD rounds. Whichever the company is requiring GD round or any sort of round related to communication, I feel all the major companies do, but in coding round, like in coding companies, in tech roles, you should have a edge over the coding skills, and the communication skills are secondary. But for other non-tech roles, communication is the primary reason that you will be getting selected. So what are the things? So I will definitely break this video into three major parts, which is, let me tell you, I never sat for any of the GD round. I didn't get any kind of internship during my third year. So I am a perfect example how, without knowing any of the thing, without having a good internship in third year, will get you a job in the final year. Okay, so the first portion that I'll be dividing, like this video will be in four chapters. So chapter 1 will be related to the resume, and I will draft, like I will definitely link my resume over here. Okay, so in on campus placements, basically you will be having a format for all the students. Okay, there will be a format for all the students. जो भी बच्चे होंगे उनका एक फॉर्मेट होता है कॉलेज में, ये सबको पता है. रिज्यूमे का एक ही फॉर्मेट होता है सारे कॉलेजेस में के सारे बच्चे. सो जो हमारा फर्स्ट पोर्शन होगा वो रिज्यूमे को लेकर होगा. एंड अभी हम ऑन कैंपस के लिए ही बात करें, ऑफ कैंपस के लिए हम दूसरे वीडियो में बात करेंगे. ऑन कैंपस में क्या होता है कि जो भी बच्चे होते हैं उनका रिज्यूमे का फॉर्मेट सेम होता है. लाइक दे विल बी फॉलोइंग अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न, सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ फॉर्मेट इन द रिज्यूमे. So what will make your resume different from other people will be your skills, how you write them. So you might be knowing how to like draft a resume. If you know, it's well and good. If you don't know, make sure that you have all the skills assigned, like aligned into as per the domain. Like all the skills should be aligned as per the domain for which you are applying. For example, if you are applying for a non-tech role, like for example you are applying for a role which is more related, inclined towards marketing. Okay, so how will you write all these things? So first you will write your introduction and your education, everything in kind of column basis. Mine was column basis or anything. First will be your introduction, then your education, like your schooling, your college CGPA, college name, your CGPA on the right side. Okay, till 10th, 12th and 10th in the decreasing order, like decreasing order in the sense of what you are pursuing now and afterwards, and then afterwards. Okay, so after that you will have your like skills, some kind of skills related to any of the project you have done in that field. So I had a project, for example, if you are a, there are companies who come for a non-tech role in engineering background, right? Business analyst role, lot of companies come, right? So you can write your core tech projects as well. I wrote mine related to IoT based hydroponic project. I wrote it over there. But whatever the project you are writing on the CV, you should have clear knowledge about it. What are the components used, whatever the language used, how did you use that system, how will you tackle any problem related to that. Okay, mine interviewer was an electronics engineer, so she asked me all these questions which I was never expecting at that time, but yeah, I knew all the answers, so it helped me. Okay, it helped me on the basis of analytical thinking on the questions related to how people will deal with such kind of project you have made. Okay, and its future requirement and future technology that you will be doing, all questions related to your project is a must. Then hobbies are very important. We really miss out hobbies will be the last column. And after projects, then you will write your PORs are position of responsibilities, whatever the position of responsibilities you have assigned to, you have held up. So you have to wrote it down and explain whatever you have done. And even if you don't have any kind of experience, just make up any of the experience, you can make it up. In the colleges you have some connections, you can use it. I have only two PORs, I wrote it down. Okay, if you have any experience, I had experience, so I wrote it down as well. देन आई रोट अबाउट माई अचीवमेंट्स, वट एवर द अचीवमेंट्स. अभी अचीवमेंट्स में कुछ भी ऐसा घटिया सा नहीं लिखना. अचीवमेंट्स इज ऑल अबाउट यू. ओके, सो आई डिड पार्टिसिपेटेड इन and won a silver medal in Agas, which is my college's annual sport event. You can write it down. Okay, and yeah, next will be your hobbies. My hobby was related to teaching. Okay, so I did teach on platforms like Superprof, Teachment, all these platforms I have used. So you can have such kind of hobby that you can. Okay, and let me tell you, if you don't have any habit related to any such that you can, oh you can, you will have any, you don't have any proof that you have this hobby, just pick up a habit. And as a hobby, just pick up a habit as a hobby, and make sure you are not wasting too much of time. Just get basic knowledge of it. Maybe some reading books, just read about a genre and pick up 5 books, read up the whole story. That's it. Okay, and now comes to the GD round. After your resume getting selected, here comes the major part. So GD is basically the group discussion. The whole number of students will be divided into a group of X number of people. It might go up to 6 to 8. Okay, mine was 8. Okay, and yeah, we were given a topic, a sheet and a pen. Okay, so we were given 3 minutes to think about it, and then we have to speak on that topic, put our views on that topic. And in GD, it's not all about you only. Okay, person who was actually overseeing the whole process asked me to open up the GD. Okay, so I opened up for the GD, and yeah, my topic was, do the high profile weddings in India promote the Indian culture, or they widen the inequality gap? This was the whole topic, and I had 3 minutes to think about it. Okay, I had 3 minutes to think about it. Okay, so I started with not writing the whole thing on the paper. Never do this. Okay, you will waste a lot of time in like writing it down instead of thinking. Like, get your work done by the brain instead of by the hand. Okay, what I did is, I thought about for a second. I thought about it for a second, and what I preferred was, I kind of wrote it in a way like there were up and down arrows. I will show it to you. So basically, what I have to do is, I have to present my views, whether it's positive or negative. In GD, it is not about like putting out your views in a positive manner. It's not about, it's a discussion, not a debate. Okay, we have to be clear about it. GD is not a debate competition, it is a discussion where you put your views out. Okay, and yeah, after that, you must realize that all the other persons are also engaging, okay, within the discussion. Okay, so my like one of the person who was in the same team as I was, he really made sure that all the other persons are getting engaged within the discussion, so he got selected as well. And yeah, in all these things, just make sure you are writing less and speaking more in a tone that every other person is able to understand your views. Okay, it's not about मैं बोलूंगा, this is my chance. No, this is how you will speak. So prepare topics. Okay, take help from ChatGPT, take help from websites like Glassdoor. For the interview, what we were asked to do is we were given a slot for each student, okay, and each student had to attend the interview for 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, mine was 38 minutes, I guess, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so there were two panelists in the panel. Okay, so both of them introduced themselves, and after that they asked me to introduce myself. Okay, I introduced myself in a very simple way, but including all the major things about me. Who I am, like my name, my place, what my father does, what my mother does, which degree am I pursuing, and with a minor in business analytics, which I was doing. And after that, I included my hobbies, and I had work experience as an intern, so I included that as well. Okay, this was all about, and I will definitely say this and again that, however, the interviewer asks their questions in a different way. It's up to the person who is getting interviewed that he or she can take the interview on her or his side. Okay, and how does it happen? I made it sure that I will bring up the topic that I have work experience as an intern. Okay, and the interviewer got so excited about it, the interviewer got so curious about the experience that I have, that okay, what were you doing? I have never seen such a candidate in this whole college related to 2 years of work experience as an intern. They were so curious about me. And what about my teaching hobbies? It was all about that. Yeah, the project I had, which I already told you, it was so important to prepare for that project. They asked me three questions to it, and they were so important questions. Okay, so just make sure you have great knowledge of your project that you have written, your hobbies, because hobbies are something that you have your brain and heart whenever you are not doing anything. Okay, so it makes your personality visible, whatever you are seeing during and whatever you are selecting as a hobby. Okay, and yeah, my pro tips will be, if you are not the TPR and if you are getting an opportunity, be the one. Why? Because you will get the information right, right time, right opportunity will be having you. Okay, next, this is like I will say, this will definitely only for 10% of the students, or maybe 5%. Okay, more than that, I would definitely say prepare your projects well, like well. Okay, get your things done, like communication. Start preparing yourself for the communication day. Like, you don't have to stay or postpone everything that you think about. Okay, I will start preparing for communication skills from 30 days onwards. Okay, but no, you can't do that. Communication is something that I am still learning. I will still make errors, and also I will still have this thing that I take pause, but I'll have to make sure that I am continuously learning. And by learning, I mean I am actively listening to the people. Okay, this is how you, like, I feel this is how you will make your communication good. And yeah, this is all about how to prepare for on campus placement. If you have any doubt, just let me know. I'll definitely be here to help you. Bye bye.